Hello everyone, this is Bryant with sfotsource.com, your premier guide to Six Flags Over Texas. And we've got a special treat for you today. The park isn't quite open, but we're going to get an awesome behind the scenes tour of Aquaman Power Wave. So as you all know, we've mentioned it started testing. We're actually going to be able to go behind the construction fence, show you close-ups of the ride in action, show you some of the ride mechanisms, all the really fun stuff, because even though it's not opening until next year, they're hard at work making the ride as good as it can be, so when it opens, it's ready to go. The other awesome thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the really fun Kids Boo Fest stuff that they have started working on. So trick-or-treat trails, they've got a lot of really fun interactive activities going on in the Bugs Bunny Boo Town area, and I'll kind of explain a little bit of that here in a little while. So huge thank you to Six Flags Over Texas and their awesome team for having us out here while the park is closed to show us around, show us all of the things that they're working on, and we'll even have some other surprises here in a second because we will look at some of the even more stuff they've added for Oktoberfest, because what we showed you a few weeks ago, it's not done yet. So they've added even more stuff, more interactive things to do, just fun little environmental things with theming and just opening up some of those buildings out there. So we will show you that as well. Let's head into the park. And of course, even though the ride is not scheduled to open until next year, they are hard at work out here getting all of the fencing and other queue elements done. You can see them working right now. And of course, you'll end up loading in right over here on that side. But still lots of work going on. And of course, you know, waiting allows them to spend a lot of time on the queue area, just making sure everything is as good as it can be and that it's done right. And you know, it'll reopen in the prime when you really want to get wet, because now it's starting to cool down. So, you know, good on them to want to do everything right. And it's a very beautiful ride, so we are very excited to actually get on this thing when it's ready. So you can kind of see the water mechanism here. They're actually pumping the water back out of the little track area to prep for the next cycle. So essentially, when the boat goes up the spike for the final time, all of the water just rushes into the track area. They just release it, and that's where you get your big splash. And I will say, the water is definitely coming out of the ride perimeter area, so there might be some cool opportunities for some you know, splash zones if you're a passerby or just waiting for the ride. Up that spike. Whoa. And you can kind of see here, even with just an empty boat, or you know, not all the weight that you're going to have with a full boat of riders, this water is coming out into this area. So definitely think there's going to be some kind of little splash zone, which I know a lot of people are going to be happy about. And so you can see first pass over, no water. It's going to launch itself back over the airtime hill and go up that first spike. We're going to keep our eyes here because this is where the big show is. You're going to get a lot of airtime on that little hill. Here it goes. The water is rushing in, and we're gonna hope that we don't get wet standing right here, but we might. Oh man, oh wow. Woo! That is very cold.
That's not content.
We're gonna stand in a safer spot this time since we've got a camera. You go over this little airtime hill. You go pretty far up that front spike. And this is where things are really gonna pick up. You're gonna get a lot of airtime over that hill right there. And they go way, way up the spike here. You can see it's very intense. And boom, hit that splashdown again. Right back into the station, nice and smooth. Ooh, even got a little mist way back here. Yeah, definitely gonna get wet on this thing. It's gonna be really fun. The awesome team here at Six Flags Over Texas is also giving us a little peek at their Bugs Bunny Boo Town. You can see they've covered up the M with a ghost because it's spookier that way. I love the little redesign of the sign, and there's lots of stuff going on back here. So let's kind of show you what's going on. We are here during the week, so they are kind of in their little off time, but here next to this big playground, the adventure camp, they actually do tricycle races. So if you are a child and you want to get a little competitive, you can come over here and do a fun little tricycle race in this little area right here. You can see we've even got a fun little entrance to the tricycle race right here. You get to go under this little spooky archway. So they've also set up this fun little stage area here in Bugs Bunny Boo Town, and at this stage is where they do the kids costume contest and the kids scream contest. And if you win, you do get a set of prizes, which includes some free gameplay and some beverages and snacks, and even the parents get a little treat. And you'll have to come out here and see what that little treat is, because I think you will really like it. So get your kids ready, do some awesome costumes, win that prize. This is the Crazy Hay Maze in Bugs Bunny Boo Town, which has been renamed for the fall event. Now for $5 you can actually paint your own pumpkin, and you can see a lot of people have left their pumpkins from the first weekend, but you can take the pumpkin home and it's just $5. And we'll kind of walk through the maze here. You can see all kinds of decorated pumpkins, and you do get a fun little apron with your pumpkin decorating kit to kind of keep your clothes clean, but it's also a nice just little souvenir that you can take home. There's all kinds of fun other little touches around Bugs Bunny Boo Town. You can see here at Yosemite Sam's Texas Teacups, you've got some fun new little light globe coverings that are jack-o'-lanterns, and those actually, can't quite see it from here, but they do go up over the bridge too. So they've also taken me around to one of the fun trick-or-treat trail stops. So you can see the sign there. This is Trick or Treat Trail 6, and there are soon to be 8 of these all around the park. So you got to make your way around the park, get to all the trick or treat trails. Great photo opportunities, but also lots of candy. We've rounded our way into kind of the Texas section where you have your Piggy's Bloodshed Haunted House. This is open back up over here, and during the day, during Kids Boo Fest, you've got another kind of witch-themed trick-or-treat trail. This is trick-or-treat trail stop number 3, and you can see just fun little photo op, really fun to do photos in front of. And the other great news is during Fright Fest, now that this pathway is kind of reopened back up, you also have the ability to ride rodeo again. So rodeo is operating, which is great news. We have stopped off here in front of Casa Magnetica, and I just want to confirm with you all, if you were here this past weekend, I'm sure you saw that it was open, but for those of you who haven't quite made it out yet, it has reopened, and it actually doubles as an attraction and one of your trick-or-treat trail stops. So make sure you stop by here during the day, get you some candy, enjoy the awesome classic Casa Magnetica. So this building here on Smith Street, which was once a photo emporium and then kind of a Lost Parents area, is now going to be like a beer garden for Oktoberfest. So you can see we've got all kinds of fun tables, and you've got all of your decorative theming along here. So you can purchase a alcoholic beverage outside and come hang out inside and enjoy it. And they're also going to here in the near future do some cookie decorating for children. So it'll just be a small little upcharge, but just another really fun thing for the kids to do while the adults enjoy Oktoberfest. So on top of all of that original theming we showed you, there's much more signage, flags, lots of pumpkins and banners and things like that. You can see they've kind of moved the drink booths around a little bit to cater to this new beer garden that they're doing inside here. So lots of good things. If you've been to Oktoberfest already, make sure you come out again because things have changed and they've added even more. All right, everyone, that does it for this look. Behind the scenes look at Six Flags Over Texas and all of the really fun things they're working on right now. So as you can see, Kids Boo Fest is expanding each week. They're adding more trick-or-treat trails. If you came this past weekend, make sure you come back. They're adding 2 more trick-or-treat trails, and they've got the awesome little interactive activities with the pumpkin painting. You've got the hay maze, and you've got the scream and costume competition, which, like I said before, if you win, not only do the kids get a prize, but the adults get a prize as well. And I think it's well worth your time to get that prize because it gives you an opportunity to try some of the other offerings in the park. It's also fun seeing all the things they're doing for Oktoberfest, adding the new beer garden and adding another interactive element over there for the children. You can see all kinds of new theming going up. They are adding even more, like they're not even done. So all the new banners and things that we showed you, they're just going to keep adding to it. So it's really a really fun little area of the park to be in during the day. I highly recommend you come check it out. And of course, we can't go anywhere without talking about Aquaman. It's looking really great, super quiet, huge splash. As you saw, our camera got in on the action, and like I said before, huge thank you to Six Flags Over Texas, their whole team, their operations team, and even some of their corporate team members coming out to help us show you what's going on out here so that you're better equipped to come for your next visit, because it's definitely worth visiting right now. There's tons of stuff going on. If y'all have any questions about Six Flags Over Texas, let us know in the comments below. I also encourage you to check out sfotsource.com. That is kind of your premier guide to the park. We've got all kinds of information, and we will be updating our website with all of this, all of the things that we showed you today, because we've got to add this. There's even more stuff. So we thank you all for watching. Take care. Make sure you head out here during Kids Boo Fest and Oktoberfest, and we'll see you soon.